extra materials for him, because he's really good in certain PvE scenarios because of his debuff card, which basically locks everything on the enemy except for attack cards. So very, very good. I did one run just to make sure that this works fine and dandy, and it definitely does. The one exception is Green Escanor. Green Escanor is technically not, I don't want to call him free to play, because you still, you know, you can't get him out of the coin shop. He is very common, or he used to be very common. He used to be on like every single banner you've ever seen ever, but they kind of stopped doing that finally. And I don't know, if you buy that like very like starter ticket or whatever, you can get him, I guess, but then again, that's not free to play. So this is the biggest thing. If you've been playing for a long time, you probably already have Green Escanor. He's definitely a good unit to use. If you don't have Green Escanor and you've been playing the game for a little bit, use whoever your biggest damage dealer is. If you've got Trader Melee, use Trader Melee, because all of these characters except for Gother use single target attacks, so you could just build up cards, use the Amplify card, and it'll do fantastic. If you have the one Escanor, the one Escanor is definitely a lot better than Green Escanor, hands down. The last time that I made a guide on this, it was the highest level was level 80, and you can only get to 4-star Super Awakening, so it's quite a bit easier this time around. The only other suggestion that I would say is if you have like Margaret or somebody, use Margaret instead of King. The only reason King is here is because in the second phase, he will use a card, he puts Ignite stacks on you, and for each Ignite stack, it makes your damage reduced by like 5% or something like that. Nothing too crazy, but you know, it just kind of builds up over time. So he's kind of like Keo in a sense. So you just want to, you know, be able to cleanse those debuffs and everything, and then you're good to go. So we're going to go straight into this. Normally, the biggest reason why you want to bring Slater is because of this buff card right here. Increases defense-related stats by 200% for 3 turns, removes debuffs, and becomes immune to all damage and debuff effects for 1 turn. So this is obviously the biggest reason why you don't want to have that happen. His stance is also really troublesome, so if you want to, you can completely, you know, opt out of using the debuff card first turn. I definitely would probably recommend it. I'm going to throw this card out. You throw out the attack card and then move the Escanor card, so that way we can try to go for his ultimate, so that way we can use it in the second phase. It just comes in handy a lot to just ult through second phase, because obviously with a lot of these bosses, the second phase is just kind of a lot more trouble than it's worth, so you kind of just want to go in with ults in hand, get it over with easy peasy, and just move on. So there is a small tad bit of RNG that can happen with this fight, because he does remove 1 debuff from himself at the beginning of each of his turns. So on the off chance that he removes the buff cancel effect from him, that can definitely be a bit of a pain. So you don't want that to happen if possible, but it can happen. Like I said, obviously, if you're using, this is like absolutely like free to play extreme. That's what this is, really. So if you're using, you know, the one Escanor, you're using Margaret, whoever you're using, you'll definitely be able to get a lot more damage off a lot quicker, so you should be able to finish this fight a lot faster. I don't want to use the Escanor ult here. I really need more Escanor cards if I'm going to just deal more damage. He does have a little bit of a Reflect on, but honestly, it doesn't ever really do anything crazy. That was actually probably not a good move. Alright, 70k on him, not too crazy. He put a buff on, a defense buff, and I don't have a way to get rid of that, actually. Let me see what that is, because I'm not familiar with that one, honestly. I don't ever really see him get it. Damage taken, negative 50%. Alright, so that one's definitely an issue. Let's go for this to try to get rid of his, or so we can try to make sure he doesn't put up that buff card. We attack disable him with the ultimate. That's the big thing about Red Slater's kit, is he just has, like, he can legitimately just lock the whole enemy down, like, no problem. It's fantastic. Alright, I think we just throw everything we can at him, so that way hopefully we can push phase. It does, I don't know if we're going to be able to or not. Escanor is going to deal a pretty decent amount of damage, but I doubt Gother can Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be able to clear that up. But we literally have him like completely locked down, so that's fine. Let's just use this. We use this. And then we're just going to skip those 2 cards because we want to cleanse at the beginning of the second phase, so that way we get rid of the ignite stacks, and then we're basically just going to nuke him with ultimates. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and cleanse. That'll heal us up a little bit. Escanor, my Escanor is 6'6", so just take that into account, which all of these actual characters are 6'6", so their ultimates are going to be doing the best they can pretty much. But even if they don't, hopefully 3 ults is enough to kill him. But yeah, you can see Escanor almost kills him by himself. Good to go. Easy peasy. Nothing too crazy here. Obviously, I'm going to probably switch some of these characters out so that way I can do faster runs. Just out of curiosity, I kind of do want to just as like a little, I guess we'll just do like a bonus for the video. I'm going to swap to Escanor. I'm going to put my attack crit gear on him so that way we can do actual damage, because I'm curious to see how much better he is now compared to when he first, or whenever this original like fight came out, because like he was doing pretty good back then, but it wasn't like super crazy. I don't know if I have the right gear on her. I don't have any gear on her. That's all right. We're gonna go for attack just to see if we can push a lot faster. We have 2 humans on the team, so we're not gonna worry about using green Gother. We'll just keep this, it should be fine. If I really wanted to, I could probably use somebody different than Red Slater, but it is what it is. So let's see how fast I can beat it with who I would normally use. And I guess we'll just see how fast it goes. I think if you really wanted to, you could probably bring in ultimate gauge food to kind of move things along a little bit faster, so that way you could rush ults and stuff. It probably was a bad idea for me to use both Escanor cards here, so that way, because if I don't pull another Escanor card, it's going to be hard for me to like move cards around and push ultimates. So I kind of hope RNG doesn't screw me here. And okay, very, very good. So I guess I'm just gonna legitimately just move this card around and then use it, so that way I get the ultimate. Oh, okay. Well, luckily we have an extra cleanse, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. So we're gonna cleanse, move it twice, hit. That should kill. We'll move into the next phase. We have ult in hand. We'll actually be on turn 3 as well, so Escanor will have all of his buffs. And I don't know, we could have potentially had a level 2 rank up there, which would have been kind of nice, I guess, but I'm assuming the ult's going to do enough on its own to clear by itself, because it's the one Escanor. So yeah, that is pretty much the gist of the fight, I guess. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. You know, I do a lot of guides and stuff like that whenever they first come out on, you know, global. So yeah, stay tuned, I guess, and free, you know, subscribe if you haven't. It's free. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna farm this for who knows, the next probably 30 minutes or so that way I can get all of these challenge rewards and try to clear out the exchange shop throughout the week. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later.